steering the FEU Tamaraws back in the finals. And speaking of the finals, TJ, LaSalle has been in the 5 of the last 6, while FEU 4 of the last 6. So we wanted to find out this little number and to show how consistent the two programs have been in the last 5 or 6 years.
Awesome. Just awesome the way we have been able to continually bring the talent, improve the talent, and bring it all the way to the highest level of the UAAP year after year after year.
First turnover, and again, one of the departments that we will look at throughout this game is the turnover department. And the first courtesy of FBU. And a foul also on Fernandez.
Well, Fernandez has his work cut out for him. He's not a usual starter for Coach Bert Flores, but the last time they met against LaSalle, he was tasked to start primarily because he is a good defender and he is Coach Bert Flores' hope of limiting or even stopping Joseph Yo.
My bad, it's Benedict Fernandez. Yep. Jonathan Fernandez from the National University. Still no points on the board for either school. Kabatu, the main man for LaSalle in terms of everything, actually, as he fakes off Santos, puts it up and in. June Kabatu having a great season, 68, and he starts off well here in the finals.
You know, if you're an Archer fan, you would love the way Kabatu has matured and grown up into the role that Jerwin Gacko left for him.
And then some, and some more. You know, June Kabatu is just, yes, he's the best rebounder, but he's done so much for the team. Arwin Santos overshoots way off the mark, and the ball will roll to LaSalle. Arwin Santos, we had the chance to interview him. You had the chance to interview him in our respective shows, TJ, and pretty much the same thing. He came back to season 68 to win.
With this mission at hand, exactly. This is exactly what he wanted. In fact, we spoke to Mark Molina yesterday on Sports Report, and he said in the last 2 practices of FPU, he has never seen Arwin Santos as focused and as hardworking, as determined as he was. Not to say that he's not hardworking, it's just that he even stepped it up a little bit more.
Let's go to Mickey Deles for a Samsung courtside update for the Green Archers. Mickey?
The Archers know what many are saying about their chances, so they start the series by playing with a purpose. It is when in a position such as theirs that the strength of the team and its members shine through. Boom, this team has become a family bound by a dream, and leaders like Joseph, T.Y., and June have become men of encouragement and faith for their teammates. Like a doting father, Coach France, along with the rest of the staff, have not just conditioned the boys physically, they've trained them to become victors of adversity. Many may think that Dlsu doesn't have the best players in the league, but for Coach France, these are the right players for him and for LaSalle. Boom.
Thank you very much. Just like Coach France Pumares, Mickey Deles in the finals has been there and done that too.
Yep. Marceliano breaks the ice for FEU. Even though he is that big and tall and heavy, guy's light on his feet and he can move. That was a nice thing that I picked up from this report, that Coach France said, I may not have the best players in the league, but these are the players that I want. These are the right players for my system.
A delivery by to Marceliano, one of the candidates for assist of the game, delivered by KFC. Back to the ball game, Green with the ball. Joseph Yo committed his first personal foul just a while back. Gives it up to his partner, Ryan Aranya. Puts it on the floor. The trap on Aranya. Underneath. Too dark. Just too dark as Arwin Santos. But look at LaSalle not giving up. Yo taking it.
Buzzer went off.
Let's see. Yes.
10 seconds ago. Nobody saw it. Assistant coach Oliver of FPU was the one jumping up and down. I think he was the only one in the whole gym, aside from me, who saw it. Go zero. The red lights went on the rim. The referees did not see it at all. After this block, you'll see the red lights go up.
The nice anticipation. And another shot block brought to you by Polo. Life's a whole lot cooler with Polo. Well, as we said in the pregame, noise is deafening here in the Big Dome. Rizada with the three-point play opportunity. That is reminiscent of how Ateneo breaks the LaSalle press.
Rizada would just fake going to the ball. Aquino overplayed it a little bit too much. And there's the over-the-shoulder pass. And that's really difficult to stop once you get a couple of steps ahead of your defender.
Fast break brought to you by Milo. Drink Milo every day. We also found out, DJ, that FPU has been practicing here at the Big Dome.
Trying to get used to this place a little bit more, as if they're not so used to it. 12 wins this season.
Then, of course, the crowd makes it a whole different ball game.
I just remembered after that last block of Arwin Santos earlier, in their second encounter, I think that was the season high and career high of Santos in blocks. He had 8 shot blocks in that game. He only had 16 points, but he had 16 rebounds and 8 blocks. He was an all-around defensive monster.
He broke that 7-shot block record of Japet Aguilar this season. And as usual, the inside is dominated by FPU.
Nice
Great pass. Rizada traveled.
Bad timing of his footwork there, but it was a good pass. Rizada just did not catch it at the right spot.
All right, let's check out another Samsung courtside update as we welcome Yvette Cavieres to the finals of the UAAP.
All right, amidst having a more experienced and stronger lineup, Far Eastern University Tamaraos are still keeping their fingers crossed. Though they have been preparing a lot for this day, the memories of last season flashes back. What happened last year became their motivation to work doubly hard in this first game. Moreover, a few words from Coach Bert Flores. They must keep their focus and play the game with a fighting heart. Boom.
Thank you very much, Yvette, joining us here in the UAAP. Emotions are high. The UAAP finals, rather. The emotions are high in this ball game, and you know, you made a perfect point in terms of the backcourt of FPU. Well, do they have, you know, enough composure to deal with the crowd, with the pressure from the crowd, the pressure from the backcourt of LaSalle? And you know, when you go back to Coach Franz Pumaren's lineup, he said something like, you know, he's got the right materials. When you speak of materials, TJ, these are the kind of materials that he has won with already. So, in the meantime, as we said, emotions are very high on the floor as Arwin Santos draws the foul, a dangerous foul actually from Ryan Aranya. First, let's check out our Smart Buddy Instant Replay. Smart Buddy, the #1 prepaid service in the country. Medyo na undercut.
He had no play on the ball anymore. You know, as tough and as intense a defender Aranya has been throughout his career in the UAP, he's had a bit of a reputation for those dangerous fouls here and there, but it's not that he intends to do them.
And Arwin went back at him right after he made the shot and clapped, applauded in front of his face. I think Arwin's also, you know, already mature enough and done everything here in the UAP to play the kind of mind games that a lot of the players play here at this level, TJ.
And you know, that's what separates the men from the boys in this league. It's when you can get out of the box and play at a level of composure and focus amidst all this intensity and craziness on the court and around you in this Coliseum.
As he completes the three-point play, Arwin Santos, when I got to talk to him, it says he doesn't recognize pressure in the UAP. Yung pressure sa kanya, yung buhay niya dati. Hirap na hirap siya.
That's an awesome story.
Walang-wala siya. So this is nothing to him. This is all play to him.
Exactly.
Yo, twirling. Almost got the shot. Mariano comes away, to make that Villanueva rather, comes away with a loose ball, but helter-skelter play, and J.R. Aquino.
So Villanueva with a turnover as he was bumped from behind by Aranya.
Abatu with the fake. He goes up and doesn't get the bucket, but that is a smart play again by Kabatu. Plays with his hand.
Yep. So far, it's been Kabatu who has been showing some pretty good composure and pretty good decision-making in this game. As early as it is, only barely 4 minutes gone by.
6:18 remaining. The lead is 4 for FEU. The last time they were champs, they beat Ateneo. Year 2003, FEU with already 4 turnovers. Coach Franz Pumaran and his boys with 2 so far in this game. The inside is a sticky situation, sticky place to be for the Dlsu Green Archers. So as much as possible, in that game 2 that they almost won, TJ, they really tried to run and shoot well from the outside. They tried to run as much as they can, but hindi nagsiset up
Exactly,
in the defense.
exactly. And they did that in the second quarter when they caught up. Remember,
Yes.
the first quarter was 26-9. It was a
all
total
FEU.
domination by FEU in the first quarter, but then LaSalle had their run. And they forced their turnovers. They got their fast break points. As we said, they ended up with 22 turnover points in that game, which they lost only by a point, 70-69. And that was way back in August 21, more than a month ago.
FEU, 5th turnover of the ball game. Barceliano is out. Mark Isip is back in. Cabatu and Arwin Santos. Cabatu. Arwin doesn't fight this time. Under 6 minutes to play. 7 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And Fernandez tries to keep his composure and lays it up and in.
Nakabawi. He almost lost the ball, almost lost his footing, but got it right in the nick of time, right in front of the rim, and posts FEU's biggest lead so far.
Much has been said and will be said about the main man, Arwin Santos. Phenomenal athlete, phenomenal numbers.
Look at that, 12.9 points a game, 5th in the league. 12 rebounds per game, number 1 in the league, and 2.4 blocks per game, 2nd in the league only to Jabeth Aguilar. What awesome numbers again for Arwin Santos in his last tour of duty for FEU, and he wants to end his awesome career with another crown.
He has had a stellar college and amateur career, both in the UAP and the PBL. Rizada hangs tough. Mark Isip with a favorite shot of his, and he also draws the foul. So again, dominating the inside are the Tamaraws.
That was our first imperative for FEU. Hit the inside early, and that is exactly what FEU is doing now. They have some points on the fast break off the turnovers of LaSalle. Mark Isip, instant offense. He just comes off the bench for Barceliano, and right off the bat gets the bucket and the foul to boot.
Smart Buddy instant replay is what you just saw. Smart Buddy, the #1 prepaid service in the country. And Mark Isip fresh off the bench, contributing 3 points. Yes, that's right away. LaSalle is behind by 7.
Ask me how many times Mark Isip started this year.
How many?
None. None? None. He has been the 6th man of Coach Bert Flores.
Well,
he wanted to balance out the rotation of the big men, and he wants to start with Barceliano, even though Isip would end up with 4 minutes in total.
I remember Coach Mark Molina did say that their main problem with Mark Isip is he runs out of breath right away. So, ang gusto nila pinipacing nila. At hindi katulad ni Arwin down all throughout the game. He knows how to, yes. See, Mark is go from the start that he comes on the floor. Joseph Yo finally strokes a jumper in. First triple of the ball game for LaSalle, and he cuts the lead down to 4, 13-9. 4:30 remaining. Jeffrey Jan sidestepping, and Cabatu taps it over to Joseph Yo. Yo on the break to Ryan Aranya on the other side.
Aranya did exactly what he loves to do, going for the reverse layup. Very difficult to stop because Aranya has that very quick release on those reverse layups of his with the magic pectus.
And again, there's something about left-handers like this one. Really tough to block. Meyerhofer off the bench for De La Salle. The lead is only 2. Cabatu has Mark Isip on him. He knows that he can shoot the 3 every now and then. Yo again against Benedict Fernandez. Yo heads it over to T.Y. Tang, who just celebrated his birthday last week. Nothing there. The rebound scramble going to Ryan Aranya. Perseverance.
Look at the hustle on that play. If you're talking about positioning, he lost it on that play, but he got the ball out of sheer determination.
Go back to Yo for another 3. Gets it to go!
You can't ask for any better defense from Fernandez. He had a hand in Joseph Yo's face. Yo just shot right over him and jumped right over his head.
And as you mentioned, DJ, when LaSalle is on the floor against FU, they've got to knock down those Smart Buddy 3s. Joseph Yo finally finding his touch here in this game. Look at the numbers against Ateneo coming to play in the Final Four.
I was in that one game Final Four. Of course, they won in one game. Awesome performance by Joseph Yo.
The third quarter, DJ had 15 points in that third. Huge numbers for Yo. And he's got to be on if they want to win against an FEU team that's got numbers that can produce numbers from a lot of people.
Exactly. Well, right off the bat, Jeff Chan, with JP Casio comes on the floor. They want to exploit that mismatch inside and try to get straight to Casio to the basket.
Cassius make that LaSalle is 2 out of 2 from beyond the arc, make that 2 out of 3. Aranya with a short stab. You cannot give LaSalle second chances like that.
Especially Aranya around the basket. You gotta be wary of him. He's not a very quick rebounder, but he likes to get good position.
Isip has the ball knocked away and a foul called on a green archer.
And Mark Isip got that rebound in the middle of 4 green shirts. That's what Coach Franz Pumare must be talking to his boys about right now. He's not happy with that kind of an offensive rebound. As you see, national coach John Reyes, a very interested spectator, looking out for the future talent of this country. And a lot of it is on the floor right now.
When the lead was 13-6 earlier, LaSalle uncorking an 8-0 run, which Jeffrey Chan diffused with his turnaround jumper. Then Ryan Aranya with the basket. Now we are at 16-15. LaSalle with the lead, just in case you just joined us. As we see Denok Miranda on your screens. I'm sure, you know, yes, and heartbreaking miss. Yeah. Speaking of miss, that
was in and out, off the glass, and it just ripped out. A winning shot. Was it for a tie or for the win?
No, it was for the win.
They lost by a point, right?
Season 67, memories of season 67.
It was that close.
Yes.
That close.
This is the rematch, ladies and gentlemen. LaSalle and FEU one more time around the block.
Now it's Sandua trying to put the clamps on Joseph Yo.
Joseph Yo had nowhere to go, but hey, JB Casio's first attempt from short distance finds his mark, and Yo comes up with a smile. Meyerhofer trying to break up the play.
And FEU fans wanted a traveling ball to Yo as he sort of passed that ball as almost at the same time as he landed his feet on the ground.
Arby Mangas on your screens.
I don't know why. This challenging matchup is anything.
Added mobile profile substitution, added mobile prepaid. Now you're
siguro kapag dinadrivean siya, yung gusto niya supagpalit, hindi niya masupagpalit.
Mahirap nga naman talaga.
Yan siguro yun.
Villanueva still with the leather. Sends it out. They have 7 on the shot clock. That's short. Great defense by LaSalle in that play.
That was good patience by FEU, but a good challenge by Kabatu.
Yo on the run. He was pushed from behind by Saldua. And Yo seems to be very challenged at this juncture.
You get that sense that Joseph Yo is so offensive-minded off the bat. He is not here to pace himself. Every touch he gets, he is looking at the basket, whether it's going to be a drive, whether it's going to be a three-point jump shot, even with a hand in his face, he's looking to score right away for LaSalle.
LaSalle is 2 out of 3 after that free throw shot. But field goals, though, they are 7 out of 8. Mac Cardona. Well, he knows how it feels to be in this situation, the finals, many times. Yo corks the second. They're now 3 out of 4. And Joseph Yo will take his breather at the 1:45 mark of this first quarter. The bench coming into play now for both teams. And both teams have quality benches.
Yes, they do. Especially with the way LaSalle matured their bench last year and this year. They're not as experienced as FEU's, but with the short span of time that they've had success last year and this year, boy, they are very, very experienced players now in coming into this final series.
We also have to consider the coaching angle here, TJ.
Oh yes, it's something we cannot overlook. The fact that Coach Bert, as he said earlier, in his very first finals, this is his rookie year as a head coach. And you can throw all the stats out the window. Nag-12-2 ka sa elimination round, but the finals is a different story.
Coach Koy Banal, of course, the last coach of FEU, able to win a championship for them. Casio takes it away, gets it up to PJ Barua. Doesn't have enough space. LaSalle trying to recover and trying to reset the table right now. Chan lets go of Casio, who hits it and sends that baby home. Just a split second, PJ.
What a shot by JB Casio. You know, I've been seeing this a lot. Casio and T.Y. Tang through this year, they have been working very hard on their step-back three-pointers, and they, little by little, have been improving a whole lot on those shots. It's a difficult shot to hit in basketball, folks.
And an offensive foul on Saldua. Now, I read, and I may be wrong, DJ, pero parang masyado nagigigil si Saldua dito. This is also his first finals appearance. As Kasha knocks down the three, is 30% from that field. Another smart buddy three, the #1 prepaid service in the country.
Remember, it was JV Kasha's big shot last year that won it for LaSalle. As you see, Mark Benitez on the floor for our Addict Mobile substitution.
Addict Mobile prepaid, now you're in. 46 seconds remaining, and ito, Saldua again, back-to-back fouls as he tries to snatch the ball away from JV Kasha.
Ito naman po, on the other end of the stick, it's JV Kasha nagigigil sa mismatch na with Saldua because he knows he has the advantage in speed. He wants to either drive past him or fake the drive and step back for the three as he did earlier. And Saldua is kind of clueless right now as how he's going to try and defend JV Kasha.
When you talk about FU, there's no question about guys like Arwin Santos, Mark Isip, maybe RB Mangas, Chan, Rizada. What you have yet to find out, or we all have yet to find out, if Villanueva, Saldua, De La Cruz if Fernandez have what it takes to play at this level.
Exactly.
I'm sure they do,
yeah.
but you know, to respond in a pressure-packed situation like this.
It's the kind of composure and the heart that you got to have on this floor at this level when it's the championship series already.
And that's why LaSalle, with all its disadvantages, when it gets itself to the finals, it's just a whole different ballgame playing against them.
Exactly.
Their experience and their system, the material. Look at Cholo Villanueva with his second strip of the ballgame. Meyerhofer picking it up.
Risky move there by Marquis of trying to dribble past the smaller guys of LaSalle.
That is the third time, actually, TJ, that they've forced Marquis to dribble the ball. So obviously, it's a ploy.
Well, he's one guy who can break the press for FEU. He's got good ball handling skills against the big men of LaSalle. But once he crosses half court, he shouldn't break it all the way and go to the basket. From there, he's got to give it up to their guards. They have to set up their play. They have to remember and realize that in the half-court set, they have the advantage. They're bigger. They're stronger. They got to hit the inside and execute properly and not force those fast breaks that they don't have right in front of their face.
24-17, a LaSalle advantage as JV Kasha looks to pound on it some more. Kasha, an 89% shooter from the 15th parallel line. The best shooter from that area for LaSalle.
And look at this, Kasha already with 8 points, looking for 9 as he came in the game halfway through this first quarter, coming off the bench, giving a breather to T.Y. Tang. So talk about the instant offense that JV Kasha is bringing right now from Coach Franz Gumano.
And here's the story of the first quarter, especially in the last half. 5 offensive rebounds, 8 second chance points, nothing for FEU, negating the advantage in rebounding. Villanueva is short, and a foul from behind from RB Mangas.
You know, the last, I'd say, 4 or 5 possessions of FEU, nothing good. They have all been tentative, forced shots. It's not, doesn't seem like it's something that they wanted to execute. It doesn't seem like it's something they wanted to call for, and the kind of best shot that they could look for. They are getting a little bit rattled here towards the downstretch of this first quarter. And they're losing out on it. LaSalle is now erecting their biggest lead of the game. It's now 10 points.
And you know, speaking of 10, it's a 10-0 run before that free throw since the 2:11 mark. Kasha 9 points in that 10-0 run. Yo had the other 1 point and again delivering in the finals. And now Meyerhofer knocking down 2 free throws. Assist to turnover ratio, if you're interested, DJ, 7-3 on LaSalle, 3-6.
It's a great number for LaSalle. Only 3 turnovers.
The 7 assists as Chan forces it up. And the first quarter ends on a green note, so to speak. LaSalle, after falling behind by 7 early in this game, 6-13, took out JV Kasha, buried a couple of threes, maybe. And now they're up by 11, 28-17. This is game number 1 of the finals. We'll be back.